Hello everybody, welcome to MML Blitz video on how to set up a team for MML Blitz and the rules of MML Blitz. My name is Benny Buffon. I am the general manager of the Mystic Fall Timberwolves, who are in the world side of Blitz. And this video basically is just to help you through and how to create your franchise for Blitz. And go through what to expect in your first season. If you've just seen the intro to obviously this video, you'll see it's crazy, it's a lot of fun, and yes, you do see ogres picking up goblins and throwing them at vampire ball carriers and impaling them and dying in the process. It is a crazy game. It is on the PS4, so you will need to have a PS4 console. You'll also need to have a copy of Blood Bowl Legendary Edition. What's very important, because obviously you have to create your players. And that's really it. Mixed teams is a lot of fun. Now, I've heard a few times people say, well, I don't want to play in the Blitz because it's mixed teams. I don't like mixed teams. I'm not really a big fan of mixed teams, but ML Blitz is so much more than mixed teams. You create your franchise, you sign your sponsors, and your players. There's a very exciting NFL style draft as well, and obviously the MML community is one of the best in the world. They'll always be there to help you and obviously make new friends, get fun rivalries between franchises. There's a lot of good stuff about the MML Blitz, and obviously I'm going to go through it all now with you. And the first thing what you got to do is when you decided, right then, Bernie, I'm gonna join the MML Blitz and embrace the carnage and fun that it is. I need a team. Now, I know one of the things I get asked is, well, I haven't really done mixed teams before, so I don't know what's out there. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a quick look at all the teams, and we're going to talk through them, and then I'm going to pick one and create a team. So first of all, you got to create mixed teams, and as you'll see, there's loads of them. There's loads of these mixed teams, and at the bottom there where it says races, it tells you what races you can take. So let's go through them. So first one up here is the Afterlife United. So if you're a big player of all the undead races like the Necros, obviously undead, Vamps and Khemri, this is for you. The Afterlife United means you can play any of them races. So you can have 2 wolves, 2 mummies, 4 tomb guardians, 2 golems, loads of ghouls, loads of vampires, thralls, you name it, you can have it. That is what Afterlife United will give you. The Superior Being Ring, they're the guys who think they're better than everybody else. So you've got the haughty High Elves who think they're the best in the world. You've got the Vampires who look down on anything what's not them. You've got the Chorfs who think they're better than the Dwarfs. And then you've got the very arrogant and uppity Bretonians who pretend to be nice and look after the peasants. But to be fair, they don't want to be anywhere near them. So they're the arrogant races. And if you like your fluff or you want to embrace the greatness what is the Superior Beam Ring, then this is for you. We've got a few of these in Blitz already, and they do very well. I must admit. Now, if you like being the underdog or like to cheer on the underdog like us Brits do, well then Union of Small People is for you. You get to be the goblins, you get to be the halflings, you got the secret weapons like the ball and chain. The chainsaws. We've got a few leaping chainsaws in Blitz already. You've got Hail Mary bombers, and then obviously you've got big guys to help these little guys out. So you've got the ogres, so you can have 6 ogres. That you can have 2 trees, 2 trolls. So they can get a bit of beef in there as well. And obviously in the draft there's some crazy stat freaks and crazy fun freaks and everything. We've got a Union Small team in the US side of Blitz. It's one of the most loved teams and has done very well and has got to a final before, so they can do well, and more important, they're a lot of fun. Bound Together is obviously something opposite. These guys just want to beat and break stuff. You've got the big nasty ogres, you've got the big green orcs, mean and green, you've got the blue lizards, who I always think, are they that violent? But I suppose dinosaurs, guess they are. And then obviously you got all the goblins with the secret weapons who like to put the boot in. Again, this union's pretty popular. There's a couple of coaches what love Bound Together. And they are solid, and they have a lot of high AV in there and a lot of strength. And obviously, the key to them is to try and bulldoze their way up the pitch. Then you got something completely opposite. If you like Elves, you like the long bomb, the speed, the elegance, the greatness what Elves bring, well, this is for you. The Elfic Grand Coalition, EGC, I should have said, lets you take High Elves, Dark Elves, Wood Elves, Pro Elves, Elven Union. So you can have as many catchers, many throwers, you can have 2 war dancers flying about, you can have assassins stabbing people, witch elves surfing people, loads of catchers. I mean, crikey, you could have a full team of catchers if you really want to. This is a really, really nice union. And if you like elves, then, well, this is for you, obviously. Then you've got the evil chaos gods, the Blitz, Big Cheese, Beers. He loves his chaos, so he has gone for the chaos gods. So that's 4 chaos warriors, 4 Nurgle warriors. You can have a beast of Nurgle. You can have a chaos mana in there as well. Beastmen, Pestigors, you name it. You can have a glorious, filthy chaos team if you wish. All that strength, all that destruction, all them funky mutations as well. Yeah, pretty good. I suppose the other thing I don't like about the Chaos Gods is you only have 2 races, you know, so there's not as much variety that there is with everywhere else. But again, they are still a very deadly franchise to go with. Faeries Association, this is the one I'm with. This is my Mystic Fall Timberwolves. They're under this one. So you've got the Chorfs, what are always solid, where you've got your Bull Centaurs, your cheap Hobgoblins, and obviously your very good Chorfs. You've got your big green mean Orcs, your Black Orcs, your Troll, your, you know, you can even have an Orc Thrower if you want to. Obviously you've got your Goblins again, so all the fun things like the ball and everything like that. You've got the speed of the rats and then the firepower of the ogres. So I always think this is quite a nice little mix of everything. This a lot of character, and obviously if you like doing stories and stuff like that, and building a franchise like stories, then you know, to me, goblins and orcs and that, you can have a field day with that, and even the sneaky backstabbing rats on top of that. So that's a nice one as well. The AntiFair Society, Kislev, Amazons, Norse and lizards. It's quite a good mix, this, because you've got the Kislev, what can jump about and leap about. The Amazons, where you can stack loads of blodge with. You've got the Norse with all the friends in, who even got Claw Yeti. And then you've got the strength and power of the Saurus. So this is a really good one. And in this Season 8, what we're in at the moment, the top team is AntiFair Society at the moment. So the Dragon Owl Poachers are doing very, very well. Then you've got the Human League, so basically if you want to embrace your human side, all it is, as you can see, it's all the human teams. So Norse, Bretonnians, Amazons, Kislev and humans. And this if you go over this franchise, there's a possibility you could sign Chuck Norris. Yes, the Chuck Norris loves Blitz. He came into Blitz the season we're in now. But will be available in the draft, hopefully, for Season 9. So, if you want a bit of Chuck Norris, you need to have a union with the humans in it. Then we've got the Alliance of Goodness. So, this is basically, if you're a goody two-shoes, you like to fight the good fight, you don't like evil things, and this is a nice combination. You've got the nice skills of your wood elves, so you've got your war dancers, the catchers, and even the tree. You've got the Bretonnians with their obviously their great blitzers who've got that dauntless and stuff like that. You've got your hardy dwarfs who with their AV9 and thick skulls and stuff like that. You've got your humans as well in there, and then you've got your flings as well. We'll give you another 2 trees, so that you could take 3 trees in this union and a death roller. I like this. It's a nice balance, and we haven't got one of these actually in Blitz at the moment, but I do believe one of the our Blitz coaches is changing to this union, and he's pretty confident he'll do really, really well with them. But I think this is a nice balance. I suppose the only thing this is really lacking is high strength. I mean, obviously, like I say, you can have 3 trees in there and a death roller, but using most of the roster obviously won't be high strength. So I suppose that's the only little weakness. And finally, Chaos Player Pack. Now, this is the most popular union we have in Blitz. I think there's about six coaches out the 16 at the moment who've gone for this. And that obviously has your killing nasty chaos in there. the Dark Elves, who obviously give you that nice agility, but with decent armor. You've got the speed of the rats there as well, and then obviously you've got the wonderful fun combinations you have with the Underworld. Really popular franchise union these are. The only downside to picking these was if there's loads already, when you come to the draft, everybody will be trying to get trying to get all the players you want. Like I say, for season now, we've got a lot of new coaches coming in, so it's going to be a lot bigger. So I'm not sure if they'll go with them or not, but for some reason, Case Player Pack is the most popular at the moment. Anyway, so that's just a brief thing of all the teams. So let's go ahead and create one. So I don't know. Let's go with the Alliance of Goodness. Obviously, click on there. Now then, so obviously, this is you've seen this when you've created teams. Now, the only thing with the team name, the team name has to consist of a place, a location, like Washington, Sydney, Manchester, and then the second part, like a mascot. So, like a wolf, bumblebee, a kangaroo, something like that. You can have like maybe a location for maybe a TV program like Mystic Falls, or like films like from Lord of the Rings, like Rohan. As long as it's a believable, what would be a believable place, you can have that, and then obviously a mascot as well you can have. So I'm gonna go with Sydney Bumblebees is what I'm gonna go with as the franchise. There we go. Now the next thing is you have to take a logo. Now this is the only really restriction part of this, because you can't have a badge what any of the Blitz teams have. Because if you think of it, like in real sport, like Manchester United, the Red Devils, and Pittsburgh Steelers in American football, they have their own badge, so nobody else would take their badge. So in Blitz it's the same. You can only have the badge if nobody else has it. Typically, I've gone for the bumblebees, and I don't think there is a bumblebee. There's a hornet. We'll go with that. So basically, long as nobody's got that symbol, I can take it. And then you would just obviously pick whatever you want. So that's orange and black. Is there a yellow? Oh, there you go. Yellow and black. That looks like a bumblebee, I guess. So we'll go with that. Obviously, when you create this and send it to us, if there is an issue, we'd come back and say, look, we can't have that team logo or whatever. But usually it's fine. And then most importantly, you click this with your triangle, because basically what happens is you're gonna like draft players and then you create them yourself. So we'll click for next, and then we get to our stadium name. So basically your stadium name is just something what is believable, you know. Cannot use the unless it fits the name at the beginning. So we're trying to make people sure coaches don't put the something stadium if we can help it. Must use the name of an actual place. Meaning stadium must sound like they could actually be a real structure. Something like, I don't know, the Ice Pit, the Heart Dome, something like that. So something what, sounds like it could be, name of a stadium. I'm going to put the Honey Trap and hope it passes. So that's what I'm going to pick, the Honey Trap. So I'm going to create, and I'm going to say no to the players because obviously I haven't drafted them players yet. So there you go. So that basically is it. That's how you create your team. And as you can see, with this franchise, it tells you what I can try and sign. So I can try and sign returning blockers, blitzers, linemen. Same with the humans. Same with the dwarfs. And flings. There's some nice trees, and then obviously wood elves as well. And that's it. That's basically all it is for your team creation. That is it. It's nice and easy. And then basically you would we use Discord, so we have our own Discord channel, and basically you would message Beers and say, right, my team name is Sydney Bumblebees. Obviously you don't have your own name, but I would message him saying, Beers, I am taking whatever union you're taking. And then you would put team name Sydney Bumblebees. This is the badge I'm taking. This is the colour uniform I'm taking. And this is the stadium name, and that's it. And then he'll set it all up.
And I'm going to show you obviously shortly on my PC about registering for the website as well. Was quite easy. So there you go. That's basically what it is. So that's it. You can put a team motto in there as well. Always good to have a team motto. I always think it's helpful. So, and then obviously this it'll keep like this. Then you'll get 2 million to spend. That 2 million in the first season would go on things like team rerolls, apothecary. So for instance, I would usually take 3 rerolls and an apothecary, and then the rest would go on are the sponsors, as we'll talk about sponsors later on, and me upgrade. I mean, first season I upgraded to level 2, and you'll find out obviously when you take a sponsor, they tell you which enhancement to take as well. So there it goes, and then obviously you'll go into the draft and then you'll buy your players, and when you bought your players, let's say for instance I went and got myself a Blitzer, and it was called, I don't know, J Love. I'd create him, and then obviously I would just add the skills, what he's got, what obviously it says. So for instance, you just go on this and go, right, okay, well he's got, I'm only guessing he's got Mighty Blow, so I've got to put that on. And then you just add all the other skills, whatever he's got. Oh, well, he's got Agility 4 as well, so you'd be like, okay, go to there. Boom. Easy as that. And so on. So, I've got my team. Let's just say it's created. I press triangle for join league, go to multiplayer, and then I type in here, I just type in here Blitz. It's MML Blitz, but it just makes it easy, just putting Blitz in. Click to search, and then basically what you would do, you would press X to register. I ain't registering this team though, so I'm going to press triangle for details. And as you can see, there's 2 divisions. There's the US, what basically is the player pool for like US, Canada, you know, them sort of time zones, and then the world is the rest of it, like Europe or something. Because obviously we're growing, and it looks like we're going to be having 3 divisions next season, 3 divisions of 8 at least. We'll probably go US, World, and European. So try and cover a lot more of the time zones. So let's just have a look at US. So these teams are actually in season 8 at the moment. Help if I press the right button. So this is still going. We're into week 7 at the moment. And these are your teams. So you got your Grand Bell Boys, your Drum Trophy winners, your Los Angeles All Stars, Gulf Coast Games. So you can see by the names, Badlands Rejects. Sort of, there's a theme going there. And let's have a look. If we have a look at some of these teams, let's have a look at the Appalachian Paws. This is the small union. Your favourite team's favourite team. And as you can see, this is his team. Some amazing players. There's a bomber. He's got pass, and he's also got Hail Mary. He's got a very nice Goblin Fanatic. He's got what's that? An Agility 5 leaping Goblin there with Dauntless and Wrestle. He's got some amazing trees as well. Red Long Branch and Asham Longstride, who's his captain. So as you can see, some crazy builds here. And obviously he signed all these players from the draft, or he's basically brought them through the ranks. And the Paws, to my knowledge, are one of the older Blitz teams, and one of the most loved teams as well. And obviously he's got the referees rest area, and there's the name of his stadium, Turkington Hall. That's the stats for his season. Not been great this season for him. He's had better, but I'll tell you what, he's a lot of fun to watch. And obviously that's just what he's done this season. So your favourite team's favourite team, and yeah, everybody seems to love the Appalachian Paws. So obviously at the moment it's teams of 8, so you get 7 rounds, so you do 1 round a week. So as you can see, the Badland Rejects have beaten the Gulf Coast Chaos, and with that they have got themselves a playoff spot. This season, it's the top 3 teams of each division what go through to the playoffs, and the top team of this division gets a first week bye, and the same with the World one. We'll just have a quickly look at the World. Let's quickly have a look at my team, Mystic Fall Timberwolves, and this team is only in its first season, so this is one of my new teams. As you can see, I'm the Faeries there. And it says Bears, obviously I'm Bernie, but Bears is my coach. The good thing about the Blitz is, if you've got a friend and you both want to play together, one of you can be like the manager who drafts the players and and spends the cash, and then the other coach, like in this, for instance, Bezo, he plays the team for me each week. And as you can see, we've lost a few players, but this is what we've got left. Obviously, we're a very physical team. We go with a lot of guard, claw, bit of strength, and obviously we've got Antivirus, one of the legends of the MML, what everybody seems to try and kill. But luckily so far they've failed. And my favourite player, the Nutcracker, the little Noblar, what has data play and sneak. Yeah, I love him to bits, and obviously we paid a lot of money for Money in the Bank, and he's our captain. He's basically our ball carrier. There you go. Like I say, we've got a cheerleader, we've got assistants in there. We've got the Knuffles also as part of our sponsor. But there's the name of our stadium, Mystic Grill. That's our season. Not bad, 4 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. And obviously there's the history of everything. That first game, 1-0, was just a friendly, so that's why there's 8 instead of 7. I'm glad to say my team's going to be making the playoffs as well. And there you go. You see, like I said earlier, AntiFair Society were doing well. They're going to finish top overall. The Renegades will finish second, and the Timberwolves will finish third. So the Poachers will get a bye first week, and the Renegades and Timberwolves will be in the playoffs from the first round. But as you can see, there's a nice bit of there. You've got AntiFair Society, Chaotic Player Pact, you've got Faeries Association, Human League in there, balanced together as well. So yeah, so that's basically what it is. I mean, that is how you create a team. And now, obviously, what we're going to do, I'm going to now switch to the PC, and I'm going to talk to you about the website itself, and talk about the draft and stuff like that. So let's pop over to the PC, and let's talk about the nitty-gritty of being a general manager.